So in this topic we have to discuss about the virtual private cloud, that is VPC, that is networking concept in cloud computing. So we discussed about VPC. So VPC is a secure and isolated private cloud environment with a public cloud infrastructure. It enables to launch some launch resources in virtualized network through virtual machine instances, Google Kubernetes engine, and cluster serverless workload. So then key fe- so it can it can control over the network configuration, including IP address, ranges, subnets, route table, and network gateways. So then we have more discussed about the key features of of networking. So at first, customizable network configuration. So using CIDR means classic inter-domain routing. It can it can define by its own and then we create a subnet. At first we create a subnet to the segment of the network and manage resource effectively based on the specific need, and set up their route table to control how the traffic is declared to the VPC. So it enables the I mean in networking, enable the network access control to define the inbound and outbound of their resource, and enable the VP connection to secure the communication between on-premise environment and uh, and VPC. So next we discussed about their subnets. What is subnets? Subnets are the logical subdivision of the IP network that create the multiple smaller networks within a large network. Suppose suppose it is help to the network performance and enhance security to the IP address and the management. So there are two types of subnets, or subnets and private subnets. So segmentation in this segmentation, the subnets are divide a large network into a smaller. Then address organization, it can allow the location of IP address, reducing the wastage and improving the routing efficiency. It can divide the network and maximize the network congestion and enhance traffic due to localized traffic. It is a segment piece of large are subnets are the logical portion of internet protocol IP network, and broken into a multiple smaller network segment. There are two. It can how it is work. It is work in IP addressing. Suppose each subnet is associated with a specific range of IP address divided by CIDR notation. CIDR means classless inter-domain routing. It is here CIDR. Suppose it is associated with IP address that is 192.168.1 by 24. It is divided into a specify which the part of IP address represent the network and which part represent the host. Then routing. Routing each subnet is divided by the route table defining the traffic within outside. Then network access control. Network access control it can apply the subnet pro traffic flow and enhancing the security. So it is a detailed explanation about subnet. So types of then go to types of subnet, public subnet and private subnet. Public subnet that a resource within the public subnet have a direct access to the internet. It can use for the resource that can accessible from the outside the BPC, such as web server. Web server has the outside the virtual network, that is public subnet. Then private subnet. Private subnet, the resource in the private subnet do not have direct internet. It do not have direct internet access. It can ideal the database for the application server that do not export directly to the external network. That's of that's of all it about the subnet.